because dated stats will not be
accurate. Of course
accurate.
you can't, Turp. You wouldn't want that.
Well, you want a bias in all of your arguments, and that's it. We can keep
is it
records.
You that wants the bias?
No, we can keep. You won't even let me bring in historical context because you're scared that it will diminish your argument.
I'm just talking about numbers.
We can't look.
I'm
we
just
can't
talking
take
about numbers.
Disease in the 80s and 90s.
Column A,
and compare
column B.
to disease
Which one has the bigger number?
Okay, we got.
That's where we're going with
it. Have one at a
the
time,
ability to keep data is different now. And if you don't believe that the ability to keep data is different now, then you shouldn't breathe and walk at the same time. I'm sorry.
Column A, column B. That's like bigger number.
Like you work with computers. Is your computer the same as it was in fucking 1998? No. Data is collected and stored differently. I don't work with computers, but you use computers for music.
Yeah.
Is your computer the same as it was in 1998? No.
No, my computer from like 1998 is
because we've learned to collect, store, and compress data differently now.
Okay, yes.
Statistics will always be skewed if you try to relate now to historical.
We've gone from floppy disk to the cloud, so our ability to store more information is definitely there. But what is the difference between storing it on paper and storing it on a drive?
Because the ability to diagnose properly has changed.
Okay, in what manner? Because they're still practicing.
You go back to the 90s, people walked around forever not knowing if they did. Like, if you don't think that cancer technology has changed and gotten more accurate, then you should never advocate for people to donate to cancer research because you think it's doing nothing.
Bro, I am like 6 phones ahead of yours, and talking about cancer is a very touchy subject with me.
Same with me.
Because there's a specific reason I dropped Cheshire Black on the 23rd of January. Just saying. Just saying.
And that's the thing. 20 years ago, we didn't have technology that was proven to create cancer. So we kind of have done it to ourselves. Yes. However, it's still a statistical fact.
What technology do you believe is proven to
this
create
one right
cancer?
here, cellular devices.
That's a proven device that 20 years ago
brain cancer.
We didn't have, essentially, and then fucking...
They've had to change
now
the technology.
We keep them
They've had to change the technology so it doesn't radiate as much. So it doesn't radiate as much.
But see,
we
did it to ourselves.
That would be offset by cancers that we have also, like, eradicated. Like, there are HPV leads to cancer. Now there's an HPV vaccine.
Yeah, that's great for everybody who doesn't have it already.
No, but that drops the cancer. that would drop the cancer rate.
Yes,
the fact
but it's
that
like
new people don't contract it.
Yeah, but bro, cell phones are worldwide.
You can't find the answer for breast cancer and tell me with testicular cancer that I have, you have a solution for me. Like, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about finding, their technologies are meant to find specific types of cancer.
Here's the thing with cancer. Cancer, almost everybody's DNA has it in them to develop cancer.
It's just whether or not
it's whether or not it comes out in your lifetime. You could be set to develop cancer in 80 years or 120. If you live to 120 years, your cells will morph into cancer.
Shit, I'm blessed to make it to 35.
People don't live a lot of people don't live to see their cancers develop. But everybody's DNA has the ability to mutate and create cancerous cells.
Then there's people who...
Because it's just dead cell.
But then there's people whose cancers develop at an accelerated rate.
Man, y'all depressing me with this cancer shit. Let's move on to say, anything good going on in music? Like,
oh my gosh, bro.
Talk about some music.
I have made so much damn music in the last couple of weeks.
Sorry, I got a segue out of it.
Yeah.
And y'all going to bring up the conversation, then you're going to run away from it.
I'm not running away from it. I'm accommodating my guests.
I've made my point. That's it. We don't need to keep going. We don't need to keep going. But
good discussion.
All right. So yeah, with the music, I've got a couple different things going on here. I got a couple collaborations. You know what I mean? In lieu of our release of Momentum, did some work with Zach Burry last week at the Spot. We went out to an open mic night. Yeah, man, it was pretty live still. We played a couple of our hip-hop tracks in band form. So
probably best for Port Colborne. But yeah, anyways.
Howdy, y'all.
But they were feeling the tracks, though. They were showing some love out there. So, you know what I mean? Like, I go out this week, but I got this happening, and then we're supposed to have Breadman come through. Plus, got another artist that I started working with recently. Shout out to SBE, Smooth Boys Entertainment. Yeah.
That was smooth.
Thank you. I try. yeah, man, got a couple collabos done, got a couple beats made. Just, you know what I mean, hustling. And just released the track Growth, the track that we did.
Is it live yet?
Yeah, it's live. Growth is available on all streaming platforms. It's the block featuring Scotty P.
Yeah, that one's good.
And Interp, yeah.
That's a good one.
Shout out to you on the boards again. I don't know, like, you made me sound good on that one.
I know, making him sound good is a fucking challenge.
For real. Especially when
we did the Let's Beef shit, too, so that was...
Yeah, let's talk about that.
You surprised me with that hook. Sorry, I gotta go back to Growth. You did surprise me with that fucking hook.
Bro, that hook had me choked up.
Because when you sent me that hook,
you gotta do the different shit. You know what I mean?
When you sent me that hook first over and you were like, "Yo, I got a hook," and then you were, and I was honestly, I kind of did one of these, and then I'm like, "Nah, that's not what he did," and I'm like, all right, bet, and I'm like, all right, he's gonna change his tone though, like he's gonna solidify that tone before he gets in the booth, and then I'm sitting there and you hit it with that exact same like tone, and I'm just like, what the fuck's he going for here, man? Like, I don't know how this is gonna work. And
I was going for some soul,
and then
bro.
And then you did the dubs, and I was just like, okay. And then Scotty produced it, and I was just like, well, damn.
Yeah, the way he kind of directed the echo on that one, that just made it. He's like, you got to fill it in a bit more. I'm just like, what do you mean? He's just like, fill it in. I'm like, okay, cool. So I did the echo, and then you just mixed it all.
You surprised the shit out of me with that hook.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
That's what a lot of like people don't realize too. That they start making music and they think I can just go in and make a bunch of just songs and it's gonna be dope and that's what it's gonna be, even if you're good. But that's not the case. Like people need to be produced. They do. Like no matter what, every producer's got their own sound and fucking, you know what I mean? And if you don't have that, like it goes without showing. Like these people that have just picked up mics and start doing it on their own, they don't have the content behind them that's like the same as what somebody who's been working with a bunch of people.
Well, even with us, like I just listened back to some of our tracks from back like when we first started, and like the production style is so different. Because it took back when we were first spitting, you were doing your shit, but you were working with the tools of the time. And
but I'm not even talking about like just like what it sounds like. It's like what you're doing actually too. Like you have the input from other people around you and just like people that have seen many different artists. Like that's a big advantage for people.
So here's a question though: what's the difference now between your state of mind with the upgrade and the state of mind before the upgrade?
No, it's not even. Again,
I know
it's even not, that's not what I'm getting at.
I know you're not getting at that, but like, I just want. What the fuck? Okay, so fine. We'll even. This dude showed me some absurd shit. Okay, so let me ask the question then. Do you think it's the man or the machine that makes the production? Or the person, or the...
It is a combination to a point, but you aren't going to get a certain sound, and if somebody doesn't have an ear and a vision for what you're doing that's similar to what that artist has, because you can hear, that producer can hear it in a different way and then be like, okay, I'm able to fucking make this come to life and create this. Okay. And, I mean, the artist could explain it to the producer all he wants, but that's not guaranteeing that the producer's going to get it. Okay. So, unless he just like knows and has that same vision, then you're onto something, and that's when the best songs come out, I feel.
All right.
So, and it doesn't have to even be the best quality. It's just a matter of it being produced right. Like, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it has to be palatable. Like, it can't have any shrill tones or any harsh noises happening throughout it. If you can, like, if some people get away with...
Challenge accepted.
Barely...
I'm going to do a track with just a bunch of shrill tones and random noises in the background.
I won't be listening to that track.
I'll tell you the same.
You won't get one damn play from me.
But there'll be people out there. There's people out there who want to hear that kind of stuff, which is amazing. It's like that kind of stuff.
I mean, I just know artists that have been successful with not very good quality. I mean, Wu-Tang, for example.
Yeah, their quality was pretty bad.
and
originally.
a lot of their shit was like, and then, you know, just other people like Pac didn't always have the greatest quality, and his shit definitely wasn't fine combed through, and just tons of rappers that just did not have that good a quality all the time, and that doesn't matter. I don't think.
Consistency.
If you got a hot track and it's produced properly, then the quality doesn't matter.
But if it's done properly, isn't there quality to it?
Doesn't have to be. As long as it catches a certain vibe and it has all the right pieces fall into place.
Florida 44 was the best. It was a good example.
He's a great example of that. 44. Let's beef, man. Like,
his tracks were fucking fantastic, but like the actual, like the quality of the tools he was working with.
I wish he could have been in DC. And Boro too. Shouts out to Boro. Like, those two guys were definitely missed. And shouts out to Joe Muggs for making it happen, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Cheers. I'll raise a glass to that.
I'll say it, like, so much talent. I've never seen so much talent just focused on music for 2 days. I've never been in a position like that, and that's just a fucking crazy blessing. Everybody says they want to do it and fucking, but it takes planning and something like this to happen, and that's a fucking big progression.
I had something similar. It wasn't for the same duration, but I had a bunch of musicians come through for an episode of the Terrell Effect, and I mean, what we put together during that episode or after that, he played an instrument, and everybody was sampled to make an instrumental. So like, where you were all doing the lyrical thing, like we were kind of starting from scratch with the whole composition, and
I think it was the Let's Beef shit was just different, just because a lot of us had never met before.
Oh, really?
Like it was. I mean, like all of them had met, but none of them had ever met me. So it was and a lot of them were at venues, whereas opposed to this shit was just, we had this 3-story fucking Airbnb with a big studio in it, and we were just able to record whatever we wanted.
Okay.
And like unlimited weed and booze type shit. Fire. Like, you know what I mean? It was like this shit was live.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
And we completed the objective. Chisel Different is out, I think, in 2 days.
Okay.
So that's the compilation of songs. It's 6 songs. That was the objective. We got it done. The cover was done up. It's super dope. St. C got that shit done, and yeah, man.
I like that. Can't wait to fucking hear that one.
Yeah,
so
what?
You said 2 days?
Yeah, it drops at like the end of February.
Right.
So whose Spotify page that gonna be on?
I think we're all main artists except Pugs, who we're just waiting on his distro to send him like the invite for his stuff, but he's just not a main artist. But it'll be on all 3, me, Muggs, and Sizzle.
Okay.
Yeah, man, those guys, they took the leap up, and I like Muggs is crazy. Shouts out to Muggs. Seeing him live, like, you don't get it at first. You're like, you know, it's a dope rapper in front of you dropping a crazy verse, but then once you like listen to his verses again and again, they age like a fine wine. Like, seriously dope. And then Sizzle, probably the most impressive rapper I've ever seen.
Okay, now here's a.
That's for real.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Well, was there not a difference of opinions earlier last year, towards the end of last year, between you and Sizzle? Was that remedied, or was that?
That wasn't with me.
You?
That wasn't with me. Him and John had
Okay.
They actually battled it out and had like a couple tracks, which they were both dope.
Yeah, I remember playing.
And I love it. I love it. That's like Let's Beef days, right? So I mean, it is what it is. And
you just gotta poke that bear.
Says you.
No. I mean,
I'm trying to get clarification. We haven't.